to help give kind of magnitudes or measurements to the concepts from geometry. All right, when you're looking at a coordinate plane, which again, I'm assuming you're all familiar with, so I'm going to go through a lot of this really quickly. A coordinate plane has an x and y axis. Which one is the x-axis, the horizontal or vertical? Horizontal is x-axis. The vertical is your y-axis. And the coordinate plane, these two axes intersect at and that point is called the origin. And at the origin, the coordinates of your point are 0, 0. Okay, so coordinate geometry was developed so that you could identify a point with an x and a y coordinate based on where it falls with respect to the origin. Okay, so anything to the right of the origin has an x coordinate that is positive. Anything to the left of the origin has an x coordinate that is negative. Anything above the origin on the y-axis has a y coordinate that is positive, and anything below has a y coordinate that is negative. So when you're looking at these, there's 4 different quadrants that a plane is divided by, the x-axis and y-axis intersecting. And it starts in the top right as quadrant 1, and then it moves counterclockwise. So quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay, and one thing as far as tendencies go, it's helpful to know what we just talked about. So any point that lies in quadrant 1 has an x coordinate and y coordinate with what sign, positive or negative? They're both going to be positive here. Okay, what about in quadrant 2? The x is negative and the y is positive. Again, general tendency-wise in quadrant 3, x's are negative, y's are below the origin, negative. And finally, in quadrant 4, x's are positive to the right of the origin, y's are negative below. And so it's helpful to know these tendencies. I'm not going to talk about plotting points. I'm assuming that you guys are pretty well versed in that. And if you have any questions about it, you can ask me.